Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, we have to talk about Def Noodles. Again, girl, I swear, Noodlegeddon, as I'm starting to refer to it as, is like this summer's major drama. As you guys know, every summer, some creator seems to get in major drama. I feel like every drama-geddon has occurred during the summertime. The Trisha Paytas thing, or the Gabby Hanna into the Trisha Paytas thing last summer. The previous summer, it was the James Charles and the whole thing with the Jeffree Star and the Tati and all that. And this summer we have a Noodlegeddon, which I am affectionately referring to the downfall of Def Noodles as Noodlegeddon. So let me give this video a thumbs up for Noodlegeddon and hashtag Noodlegeddon in the comment section down below. But anyway, you guys, we have to talk about Def Noodles again because it looks like his assistant Tiana has quit working for Def Noodles recently after their experience at Burning Man, and I thought we should talk about it. If you're interested in hearing more about that drama, make sure that you keep on watching. Okay, before we get into today's video, if you are new here, my name is Shelby. I'm the crazy cat lady of the drama community here on YouTube. I bring you the tea 7 days a week with the help of my investigative research team, Mr. and Miss Kitty. This is Mr. Kitty. He is the face of the operation here. He loves to be held. He loves to lounge on his throne, his castle here in the cat tower, but he's not as good at getting the receipts. There might be clickbait, there might be a half-truth or whatever, because he's just not the best at getting the receipts. But don't worry, because we have Miss Kitty here too. She's over here, she's doing her research right now. She's heard, not seen most of the time, but she will pop in occasionally into the videos and all that, and she's very chatty right now. She's researching the tea for the week. But anyway, you guys, if you like that kind of a thing, if you live for crazy cat ladies or cats, you like the drama, you like the tea, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby Bells ring the bell. Okay, let's get into today's drama. Mr. Kitty is here. Hi, baby. You doing okay, baby? Mr. Kitty is here to hang out with us while we film today. Isn't that right, baby? He loves to, oh, he's not very comfortable in this position. Hello, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make you comfortable. Oh, now he's over it. Hello. Okay. Tiana is a young lady who was working for Def Noodles, and we've seen her on a little podcast thing that he does. We've seen her in videos and all of that, and it looks like she has recently quit her job working for Def Noodles after they went to Burning Man. So if you guys are not caught up in this drama, Def Noodles was posting, I think maybe a week or two ago, that he was going to Burning Man, and people were kind of like being like, oh, he went for like one day, and people were like, dude, you're only going for one day, it's a 5-day festival, da-da-da. Apparently he didn't know what Burning Man was. He thought it was like something, it's like basically like a rave, you guys, and he thought it was like something different. Anyway, they went to Burning Man, and Tiana says that Def Noodles was kind of acting a little erratic, that Def Noodles basically made the experience like completely like unlivable for Tiana while she was there. I'm gonna go ahead and roll you her TikToks of what she said, so roll it.
Hi. Okay, yes, so I quit my job. If you know who I work for, you know. You probably understand why I quit, but the main thing that pushed me over the edge was Burning Man. So get this, I had to go on a work trip to Burning Man to record a YouTube video. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm assuming my boss is gonna tell me like what I need to bring or like what to prepare for or like anything. I didn't get any details. I didn't even want to go in the first place, okay? I was getting bad vibe. I just didn't really want to go. So I asked him like a few days prior. I was like, did you already like buy the tickets or anything? Like it just doesn't really go with my schedule. And he like got mad and he's like, I dropped like $4,000 on this trip. Like, you need to let me know if you can't come. I was like, okay, like I'll just go, whatever. So I go, we fly to Reno, we get there. We wait like an hour in line for the rental car place. He goes up with an expired driver's license. How are you? I'm sorry, like, well, how did you think you could rent a car with an expired driver's license? So then he's like, you can do it, like me. And they're like, well, the person who, like, rents the car has to put their card down. So I had to put my card down, like a $400 charge on my card. And so the rental car was under my name. Then we drive to Burning Man, like 3 hours. That shit took 6 hours because he went off-road. He was like, fuck the GPS. I see it over there. Let's just drive straight through the desert. Also, I had half a bottle of water with me that entire time. We were in the middle of the desert, no phone service. He just starts going off-road in the rental car, drives in many ditches. Like, we got stuck at one point. I literally thought I was gonna die. And it was, like, so bumpy. My head fucking was, like, hitting the ceiling. I was anxious the entire time. Like, so anxious. It was like literally one of the worst experiences of my life. It was really bad. And then we finally get to Burning Man, like 5 hours later. We pull up, and then I asked him, I'm like, where are we sleeping? He's like, I'm probably not going to sleep because I have a lot of work to do, but you can sleep in the car. Oh, Okay, that would have been nice to know. I could have brought like a pillow or something. I literally didn't even bring pants. Like I'm wearing shorts and a fucking Gap hoodie. And then we get there, we get the tickets, and he's like, oh, this is like a rave? I thought it was like a hippie commune thing. How the fuck you just drop 4K on a trip and you don't even know what it is? What? I'm like, okay, this guy's not as smart as I thought he was. I didn't even think he was, but I'm like, come on, dude, come on. Like, be fucking for real, okay? Anyways, so we get there. They don't sell water there or food. It's like you literally, it was quick Google search. And I know I could have done it, but it's like I'm going on a work trip. Like I didn't think my boss was dumb enough to not fucking tell me any of this shit. But he didn't do a simple Google search, which if you type in Burning Man, you click on the thing, there's a big thing with a survival guide. It tells you that they don't sell food. They don't like buy or sell goods there. That's just how it is. So there was no water. I had half my water bottle from the airport and no food. And we were in the middle of the desert, and I had to sleep in the car, and there was no bathrooms. There was just porta potties and hand sanitizer, and I didn't know that, and it was just fucking horrible. Okay, hi guys. So I was gonna do the part 2 to this story because I didn't get to finish my little story time video, but I got a text from my ex-boss last night saying that he's gonna sue me. I guess he got butthurt about the story time video, and then he lied about me on his live this morning and called me a clout chaser, even though I've literally never mentioned his name on my channel. Humble yourself. I've never mentioned his name ever. I just made a story time video because I'm a content creator who makes story times. It was an interesting story. If I wanted clout, I could make a whole YouTube video and end his career and go off, but I don't use his name. I've made one story time video about this. Like, I just don't understand where that came from.
Okay, so Tiana also went onto Twitter and said this. Imagine being an old man, which, hold on. He isn't old. He is a little bit older than me, but not that much older than me. Come on, girl, let's not be ageist. Hello? Suing a 22-year-old girl for making a TikTok storytime video where your name was never even mentioned, LMAO. And then said old man, can we stop with the old man stuff, calls me a clout chaser when I've never mentioned his name. Please check your ego. Have made one single video about my experience and have not done a single interview, even though I've had an insane amount of people reach out to me. I don't care for drama and want no part in any of it, but to sue me when I wasn't even coming at you and then straight up lie on live and then not let me show my receipts, I don't like that. Also lying about buying me water, BFFR. By the way, is there any like Gen Zer out there that can tell me kindly what BFFR means? Because I have no idea. I feel like the new generation is just making up acronyms for literally everything and we're expected to keep up, and I'm so confused. I don't know like literally any of them. So you guys, what in the actual heck? Are you kidding me? So you're telling me they're in the middle of the desert, right? And that defnoodles, her employer, or even just like a human himself, doesn't plan to have enough water, doesn't plan a place to stay, doesn't plan any of that, and you're gonna be in the middle of the desert? That doesn't even make sense to me, dude. Anyway, so Tiana, that sucks to have gone through that. I can't imagine being in the summertime in the middle of the desert with no place to sleep, no water, no food. I would be like, that's unlivable conditions. You cannot do that, especially as an employer. If you're gonna bring your employees on a trip with you like that, you need to make sure you provide them with food, like drinks, place to sleep, all that stuff. That should be worked into the deal. And it seems like he just completely cut corners and just didn't have this thing planned out at all. And Tiana really suffered from it. So first of all, Tiana, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. But now it looks so it gets even crazier because defnoodles sent Tiana a text and was basically like, you've been in breach of your NDA, like you can't do this, like if you keep talking about the time that you worked for me, I'm gonna have to get legal involved and all of that. And I find that very interesting because I was like, okay, first of all, she never said defnoodles' name in her TikToks. She's never said defnoodles' name about it. So I'm not sure if there's even a lawsuit that can even like hold because she doesn't ever mention his name. The second thing is that like those conditions, if there was an NDA or even if there was, like, I feel like those conditions that she had to work under, I feel like the judge would just like null and void any NDA that existed because you can't just treat like, that's like torture, like not having water, place to sleep, food. Those are like basic necessities that people need to survive. And as her employer, bringing her on this like work trip, he didn't provide those for her. So like she has a like she's in every right to speak out and to like say something about that. She doesn't have to keep quiet about that. So I feel like there's like loopholes and stuff that Tiana might have in her favor. Now I'm not a lawyer, so if you guys know more about that in the comment section down below, let me know. I know some of y'all work in the legal field and stuff, so let me know in the comment section down below, or if you have more experience with this stuff than I do, let me know if there are loopholes that would work in Tiana's favor for this. But I feel like he doesn't have a ground to stand on. But it gets even weirder because as hypocritical Def Noodles often does, he goes back on his word, or he flip-flops, and he sends her this text, right? But then he's on his podcast, and here's what he said.
Somebody donated $1. Tiana and Lauren are being okay. Well, that's up to them if they want to talk or not. I can't really tell people what to do. They can talk and do whatever they want. Anyway.
So you're telling me, or you're telling people on your podcast, on Twitch, ooh, my neck. Oh, guys, oh my God, did y'all hear my neck? Oh my God. So he's telling people on the podcast that like, oh, like if Tiana wants to come forward, also allegedly Def Noodles' ex-wife, which did all of us really know about an ex-wife? I feel like I just found out about an ex-wife. Anyway, that the ex-wife was allegedly going to come forward and say something too, and that Def Noodles in that little clip was saying that, you know what, if they want to talk, let them talk. But as Def Noodles has proven, there's a whole other video coming about this, so stay tuned. When Def Noodles says pull up or shut up, he doesn't necessarily mean pull up or shut up. We all saw what happened with the roast battle, and when Salvo Pancakes decided to pull up or shut up, and then him and all of his fans got kicked out. Like, that is insane to me. So we all know that pull up or shut up doesn't really mean what that means to normal people, to Dennis. We know that basically that's just his way of saying like, okay, yeah, you can talk if you want to, but we know that when somebody tries to talk, he's gonna like try to stop them or stifle them, as he did with Tiana by sending her that text, as he did with hitting Salvo Pancakes, with all that, okay? I feel like, oh, by the way, I want to clarify this because I know people are gonna mention it. Dennis's ex-wife did put out a statement underneath the post where it was said that she was going to do an interview, saying she doesn't want to do an interview. No one ever reached out to her for an interview, and she hasn't agreed to do an interview, and she only has good things to say about Dennis. So I have to put that in there just because I know that is important to say for context for both sides of the story. But yeah, I don't know, you guys. I feel like with Def Noodles, the way that he treated his assistant was really wrong. And honestly, like, that is, I've said this a lot. I think, well, have I said it a lot? Or maybe I've said it like at least a couple times. So if you follow this channel well, then you might remember me saying this. But I feel like a lot of times when these creators get like bigger and they start having teams below them, like assistants or whatever, social media managers or whatever it is, I feel like they don't have, some of them don't have experience in managing people. And so when you don't have experience in managing people, that honestly, managing people is one of the hardest things that you can do. So when you don't have experience in managing people like that, I feel like there's a lot of mistakes that are made in that regard. And I always have told myself, like, if I am ever blessed enough to get to that sort of stature where I have to have a team of a couple people below me, then I have ample experience in managing people. So I would hope that I provide the best working experience for them. But I feel like people just don't have experience with that. Now with this one, it's kind of weird because it's like, okay, even if you don't have experience managing people like this, do you have experience being a human and having like needs, like to drink water and to like have a roof over your head and to like have food? Like, I feel like those are things that Dennis needs as well. So how come he didn't provide those things, one for himself or two for Tiana? And that brings up a whole other set of questions, like, well, why, like, what is going on through Def Noodles' head where he wouldn't plan, if he was going to the desert, to make sure that he had his, ducks in a row as far as what he was going to eat, where he was going to stay, and all of that kind of stuff. It brings into question all of that too, because it's like, are you crazy, my guy? Like, how do you, like, because they don't have, okay, apparently at Burning Man, and I think that, okay, I think a lot of festivals and stuff do have food and drink and vendors and stuff, so maybe you can chalk it up to just like Def Noodles thinking there was going to be like vendors and stuff at Burning Man for him to get food and water from. Maybe you can toss it up to that. According to Tiana, it's a simple Google search and a simple like a little bit of like tiny bit of research about Burning Man and on their website and stuff that says that they do not have food or drink on site, so you have to bring your own. So I don't know if it's just a case of him just really not doing any research and just acting kind of erratically on the fly and making these rash decisions to do things without having anything planned out. It's kind of biting him in the butt this time, because now his people are coming forward, they're talking about their horrible experiences and stuff, and she is in every right to feel the way she feels in this situation, at least in my opinion. But my opinion doesn't really matter. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about Tiana kind of like breaking up with defnoodles, if you will, or quitting her job is really, you know, what it is. She quit her job with defnoodles. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. You know, I love to hear from you. I respond to literally all of my comments, even if I can just give you like a little heart or whatever in the comment section down below. That shows you that I'm reading your comment and I see you. Sometimes I don't have time to give like super like thought out messages back to you guys, but you just know that when I see, if I leave an emoji or anything, it means I see you and I hear you and I'm reading your comment and I love you so much. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from, so I'd love it if you did that. I have a defnoodles playlist too, so if you're interested in catching up on all the defnoodles drama, I think it's going to be right here. There's a whole defnoodles playlist. But anyway, you guys, aside from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.